my shit. She know I'm just God body. She know how this shit get. I don't play the games they play. She know I'm in the whip, foreign style. You know the shit that they can never do. Now she know me cause she know how it's gonna be. See, I'm that nigga, one hell of a G. Play the fourth like I'm that nigga. Don't ever fuck with me when I walk up in the bitch. You know I'm one hell of a G. They gonna always hate on me.
What? Always hate on me.
They gonna always hate on me.
She know I'm just one hell of a G.
I'm just one hell of a G. You know?
They wanna stop me.
That
I'm sad, but I'm really so cocky. I'm like I'm Rocky.
They can't.
You already know.
You already know.
You already know.
You already know. You already know.
What it do? What it do? This your boy Gangsta Cap. You already know what time it is. I got the lowdown for the low now, and this is where it go down. Like, share, subscribe to the page. It's the #1 spot on YouTube. 101.1 The Bounce. #1 spot for on-air interviews and celebrity gossip. We don't make the news. We just break the news. OMG, man, your boy P. Diddy is arrested again, but this time he ain't getting out, y'all. This time, he ain't going to be able to make bail. Everybody know New York trafficking laws do not give bail. P. Diddy's going to be sitting in jail for a good year or 2 years, maybe 3 years before he even go to trial, y'all. P. Diddy, man, they just had the press conference in New York, Kimmy. And this press conference, I was expecting them to bring up the sex trafficking and shit, but I did not expect for them to say they found 1,000 bottles of KYJELLY. Lubricant. 1,000 bottles of lubricant, y'all. If this shit ain't ludicrous, what the fuck is?
I mean, maybe he has stock in lube?
No. They said
that is a lot.
No, they said that the products that they found that they got out of this house is the product. And for people that know, the lube is so important because they say this is the lubricant
that he's using to sexually
assault men. And they saying that this lube is also that, like, before he would get the hotel rooms, people would get the hotel room, book the hotel room, and they would set the hotel up. Right. With lighting because he liked to record everything. So they would so they would be putting the lightning in the room. It was like almost like the nigga had his own, like he had his own OnlyFans, all types of shit, everything. And he said sometimes this shit will last 2 days.
My God, that's a lot of sex. That's a lot of sex. I can understand the day session. You set up what you like, however you want it. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's down with it. But 2 days lockdown, that's a lot.
It's crazy, yeah. Like that shit is crazy, bro. They said, they found AR guns with erased serial numbers. So who knows if these weapons can be brought back to crime?
Exactly. Can they be attached to something? Especially all of these accusations that have been coming about from the 90s that people have been saying over time. This person went missing. This person was found. You get what I'm saying? People were getting moved around. And if he didn't do it personally, are these guns that could have been used in some of these?
No, they said these guns were actually used in the crime. They said these guns were being used to tamper with witnesses in certain crimes, to put fear into intimidate other people. And the reason they say, and the only way they could say that is somebody had to say one of the guns was pulled out on.
Right.
Either an artist or somebody, which was probably Little Rod. Somebody he got into it. We also know that Kid Cudi is working with the FBI because they brought up the arson. They're charging him for arsoning. So they obviously, well, supposedly when Kid Cudi started messing with Cassie, P. Diddy called Kid Cudi and told Cassie that I had this nigga car blown up.
Right. Did he, was it a threat or did he actually?
Well, he made the threat and then a week later the car was on fire.
Yeah, so I remember that.
So for them to charge him with arsoning, that mean that they had to what? Have cooperating witnesses, and whoever did the arsoning for them is snitching.
Right.
So this is how people don't understand. For the only way for they could charge him with the arsoning is to mean that mean whoever did it for him, or because he didn't do it himself.
No.
So whoever did the arsoning for him is working with the FBI. That alone, he's done. You understand what I'm telling you? Just that alone, you're fucking done. Arsoning, my nigga?
Attempted murder?
Arsoning? You can't even come back from that, yeah? No. So this is why I said it's a lot of people working with this nigga.
They have people corroborating these stories.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they're going so hard. You know, so it's not a surprise why they're, you know, picking him up a day early, why they're raiding his house. They have worked a very long time to put all of the stories together and make them stick to the point that they can, you know, arrest him.
And the crazy thing about it was, like I told people, earlier, what was funny about it to me was, hold up, y'all. This what was funny to me, y'all. Let me put y'all on game. When they first started talking about all the charges that when he got his house raided the first time, see, people got to understand, they can charge you with a whole bunch of shit, but that don't mean you're going to get indicted for it. Right. Sometimes they say, oh, we charge you with burglary, this and that, and then once they take it to the grand jury, they be like, no, you only have enough evidence to charge him with this.
Right, and that's why
you don't have enough. You don't have enough corroborating witnesses, or you don't
charge for this.
Exactly. So I was very, very anxious to see when he did get charged, what he would get charged for, y'all. The fact that they was able to get the trafficking, right?
That's crazy.
So that means what? That means they have corroborating witnesses that's willing to come to court and testify, which would be who? Let me put you on game. Which would be who, y'all? One of the corroborating witnesses would have to be the little girl from Canada.
Oh, that he flew down.
Went down on. The one that gave the police the pictures. Right. Remember, it's pictures. This woman still had pictures. She still had pictures in her school uniform. She still had pictures of her when she was sitting on P. Diddy's lap in her studio. And this is why the trafficking is so big. Because guess where she came from? Canada. Right. Canada. She wasn't in America, my nigga. They put her on a plane and brought her to United States.
So that's trafficking of a minor.
That's trafficking of a minor. Who did that? They said it was Andre Harrell. Okay, so what do that tell us right there? Andre Harrell is working with the FBI. You see what I'm saying? Not only the one thing I paid attention was the FBI said this is an ongoing investigation. It's still not over. Right. There's other people that's going to be charged. They said there's.
I was just about to say, how come we not talking about him? But they'll be coming up.
No, the guy just said in the thing that there's a RICO being developed.
Okay.
He said it out of his own mouth. He said in the next couple of weeks, Sean Combs is involved in a RICO conspiracy. He said the RICO conspiracy involves other people of Bad Boy that was of higher level or on a lower level. He said that helped stage the rooms for lighting, to put the drugs in the rooms, put the baby oils in the room, all this shit. The person that helped bring the girl on the plane from Canada. So all these people are going to be brought in this conspiracy RICO of sex trafficking against P. Diddy.
Any of it. Any aspect, if you were a driver, if you bought
anything.
Anything.
If you book the hotel room, you can be charged. And you had, and because basically that you had idea and you knew that he was bringing these women. You knew he was drugging these women. You knew he was beating these women. Some of these men was watching him beat these women. And what people fail to realize is some of these people were law enforcement still, because off the clock they a bodyguard for P. Diddy. But when they on the clock, guess what they doing? They your probation officer. They your undercover cop. They your rookie.
So that's why people like Gene Deal are able to tell the stories that they're able to talk to, because they were there firsthand.
Gene Deal always knew he was going to be a state witness.
He always knew that. That's why he has so much in what you call your Akashic records. He's kept so much in his mental data bank. It's unreal. He
always knew he was going to be a state witness.
The reason why he tries to. The reason why he tells those stories so thorough, he even tells you different conversations, just so that you can't say, oh, this was a lie, or I'm maybe, you know what I'm saying, he capping on it, because he's trying to let you know that I can recall even back to the conversation that I had with the exact person. Mm-hmm. The same thing that woman did, that shot in the face. I believed everything about her story. She told you from the time she got up that day, what she did. She was going out with her cousins. How she even felt like after she dropped a few of her things, like, man, you need to stay home because you don't want to go. You're just not getting in the vibe like her friends were going. You know what I'm saying? She could tell you the conversations all the way up to when the fight broke out, and she didn't have anything to do with it. She was like, that's why it's so messed up. You're going to tell me that this man didn't shoot me and I looked him right in his face. Not saying that he was aiming for me or targeting, but I clearly see it. I saw it. I got hit. I fell. Now it'll be different. Now, was she, after she was hit, did she go through a time span where she was?
No, she didn't know, because she actually told the doctor when the doctor was taking the bullet out. When the doctor was taking was doing her surgery, he asked her, "Who shot you?" And like, you know how what they call it, a dying
right?
What is it? A dying
your last word.
Your last words, but
she probably didn't know what is going
to be. She didn't know what they were doing, but that's what they do. It's supposed to be called whenever you go into surgery or you get shot or something. It's like your dying expiration, if they want to know where they can use it in court.
Right, they're trying to get you to talk. Do you know who you are? Where you at? You know who shot you?
And asked her who shot her, and he said Sean Combs.
Right, so she was coherent enough to say, I know who shot me. And I took that out of her story. It wasn't like she was like, but it's the fact that you're a celebrity. You're not going to take responsibility for this. And now everybody's going to look at me like she's a liar. And all I did was come to the parties with my friends to chill and got messed up in crossfire. But I say that to say she can recall all of those details. Same way as Gene Deal. So when a person is trying to give you as much information to tell you, hey, I can recall a date, time, where I was, how I felt. I was sick that day because it was, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, guys,
they give you background.
It just got real. It just got real for Sean Combs, man. And when I mean it just got real, this is when the game starts, bro. Because in the beginning, you get charged. You wait to see if you're gonna get indicted. That's the nervous part. Hoping, wondering. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let me put y'all on game, bro. Remember I was telling y'all Dub Dawn was a snitch? Remember I kept telling y'all Dub Dawn was a snitch? You do know that P. Diddy got indicted before Dub Dawn, right? You see how people don't pay attention? And everybody knew when P. Diddy was going to get indicted, right? Everybody could guess it. Why? Because everybody knew the law. It takes 120 days. That should be around September. Even Gene Deal said it. Reggie White, an ex-cop, said it. He said 120 days. If they really prosecuting your case, 90 to 120 days, you should be in cuffs, getting ready to figure out what you're going to do. So you got people out here in Austin, like TT Notty said, that still ain't been indicted and went to court. And here you got P. Diddy that got arrested after that South by West shit happened, right? And got indicted by the feds already. And he got money. Way more money than these little niggas. Enough money to prolong an indictment. Enough money. You understand what I'm trying to tell you?
So when you a little nigga and you ain't got the financials to supersede that, what do you use? The only thing you got.
Your mouth. So that's why I said these people don't know nothing. You can't play no game with me. I understand exactly what's going on in these motherfucking streets. Nigga. All you niggas is supposed to be in jail. So now this is the hard part for P. Diddy. Because now he ain't getting no bond. He's a flight risk. No matter how much money he got, he won't get bond. Remember, R. Kelly, he got bond out of Chicago. Mm-hmm. Let me put y'all on game. Remember, Chicago gave R. Kelly bond. Mm-hmm. New York didn't get that nigga no bond. Remember, New York was his spot where they locked his ass up, and he couldn't get out. Even when he had bond in Chicago, New York would not give him bond because they look at it like you a flight risk. Right. What? No. New York state law says if you get a